Hello folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Clint. Thanks for coming. Please come again. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification, tell a friend. Give me some hits, give me some comments, give me some likes, all that good stuff. Disclaimer, these videos are for entertainment, information, and for you only. Also, get God, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, money, power, good health, knowledge, information, rest, help each other. Now, the topic of this video is something that in a lot of ways I will always talk about. I mean, it has everything and a lot of things to do with all my videos. I will always talk about this subject. There's several subjects I will always talk about, and I am letting you know, in my introductions, a lot of these subjects. Excuse the motorcycle blazing down the streets. I love it. Thank God anyways. But this subject has a lot to do with basically everything. It's everything. It has a lot to do with everything, and it's so complicated to explain. Very complicated. Pretty much no matter what you're talking about, this is what you're talking about, this subject right here that I'm about to mention in a little bit. And excuse the noise. Nice motorcycle he's got. But okay, I'm going to tell you what the subject is. Mind. M-I-N-D. Mind. Why do I say? Well, you understand when I mention that word how complicated the mind is and the subject of the mind. God gave us one, and it is one of the most precious gifts that He's given us. And the reason why I say one, because I don't fully understand the mind. And the Egyptians, from what I heard, not quite sure about this, I'm freestyling, so gonna forget a lot of stuff. Stuff is gonna be out of order, and stuff I shouldn't have said, or shouldn't have said it the way, I'm freestyling. But the ancients, I heard they sucked the mind out through the nose, something like that. They wrapped the heart up and some of the other organs, I believe, but they threw the mind away. What the hell is that? What? I mean, explain that to me, please. You have, make a way. Explain this to me. At death, they didn't have a need for the mind. Apparently the mind is only worth something when it's alive, and when the body is alive. It's a lot I don't understand, folks. There's a lot I'm not supposed to understand, and I don't want to understand. I want to understand how to serve God, serve this earth, this universe, this matrix, this life. That's all. Well, a little, here and there. Of course, I want to know how to get to heaven, but the mind. So let's get started. When I say the mind, we all have one. All creatures, as far as I know. Chickens, spiders, goats, lions. And that mind puts us in a certain category, puts us in a state of being. For example, you can't expect a cat to act like a dog because he's in the mind state of being of a dog or a cat or a human or a alien or a chicken or a tree, a flower, the vegetations, grass, dirt, everything has a mind, but it's not like our mind. It's not like our thinking. See, this is the point that I want to make here. This is the point I'm getting at. A dog can't build a high rise. A spider can't swim underwater. You're talking about the body too there. But our mind is only our mind according to our species, human, lion, chicken. I mean, in a funny way, a car has a mind because the system operates under its own system. That's sort of like a mind. It's a mechanical mind, but it's sort of like a mind. In fact, I was watching this video about the new robots they're deploying in New York. Sort of have their own mind. But anyhow, our mind it's for us. It is us. And our mind is our environment, our experience, our beliefs, our desires, our temptations, and our hatred and love. Now, I can go on, but I'm not. But I'm trying to make a point. Our minds has a dramatic effect, on what we do, when we do it, where we do it, how we do it. And our mind consists of a lot of components. For example, your environment. That's your mind. Your environment is your mind. You get what I'm trying to say here? Your mind is in your head or whatever, but your environment is your mind. Your eyes are your mind. They're totally connected. Food is your mind. The ancients said I think I heard they said we had 64 senses. I can't remember. This was so long ago. But Western medicine say we have, I think, what is it, five senses? Hear, see, smell, taste, feel, something like that. But see, if that's not right to me. For a long time, I had questioned that because our movements is a sense to me. These are my opinions. I'm freestyling. You know, if you don't, I mean, there's so much more that our senses are. I mean, everything we do is a sense. Our digestion is a sense. You know, our sleep is a sense. To me, you know, when they say hearing, excuse me, for example, is a sense, yeah, but they sort of leave it at that with all of our senses. They sort of leave it at that, but it goes much deeper than that. It goes way deeper than that. You know, because our hearing has to do with, let's see. Our hearing has to do with our environment. Okay, listen here. You hear the animals? You hear the cars. Don't pay no attention to the cars and the motorcycles and all that stuff. Just listen to the animals. For me, give you 5 seconds. Listen to the animals. Okay. Yeah. Include the vehicles and include the traffic and all that. But try to listen to the animals too. See, what you're hearing is also your mind. Because your mind is the entity that interprets what you do, where you are, where you go. Remember I said the bubble? We all know what the bubble is. And I mentioned the news, how the news controls, that's their job, control our mind, our thinking, when we get up, when we go to sleep, what we eat, what we don't eat, what's good, what's bad. Our mind is the same way, pretty much. It determines so much about who and what we are. Now, it's not the only thing, because you got the heart. And the heart is, I don't know how to explain the heart, but I do know how to tell you this. The heart is so powerful to us, for us. If I would say give the heart and the mind both the same amount of love, because the heart is, we don't know, they won't teach us a lot about the heart, but the heart is so powerful. I believe they wrap your heart when you pass. They wrap your heart and put it in a casket with you. But anyhow, let me get to it. The point I'm trying to get to, I mean, the whole body works as a unit. You know, your digestive system, you got the heart, you got the liver, you got the eyes, nose. They all work as really one unit. I've heard we have 12 systems in our body. And remember that number 12. 12 disciples. 12 months in a year. There's a lot of other stuff that I can't think of it right now, but the body really works as a unit. But a lot of the stuff goes up to the mind. It goes through the body, the system, the organs. It goes through all that, and it goes up to the mind. So what I wanted to talk about is your mind is shaping your environment, your heart too, but you know your whole body is. But I'm talking about the mind. It's shaping your world. You know, I talked about the bubble, and I always mention the news because that's shaping our mind, that's shaping our world, that's shaping our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs. You know, look at it this way. You got a guy that lives in a cabin for 3 years in nature. He has a stream and he hunts, and he doesn't have a TV. He does this for 3 years. So he's left alone with his mind and with nature, you know, with the breath that he breathes, the clean air away from this polluted air. So this is shaping his or her mind. This is what he is for these 3 years. This is what he is. Same thing. If you're living in the city, for example, you're around all these cars and all this pollutions and these TVs and this music and maybe a college or your job. That's what's shaping your mind. That's what you are. And if you want to make your dreams come true, you have to deal with that. You have to learn how to work that. You know, a guy has a family, wife, 3 kids. He has a house. He has a job. He goes to work every day. You know, he has his relatives. That's his mind. That's his world. His mind. Anything different than that, and that person will I don't know what the word for it. It will blow the person's mind. Anything different than that will blow his mind. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you see a car and it runs on gasoline. But then this brother invented a car that runs on water. This is not normal. This blows your mind. This blows people's mind. This is what I'm trying to get to you about the mind, your environment. If you live in a country and then you move to the city, this blows your mind. This blows you, or vice versa. There's all kind of programs on TV that I watch, and for example, this guy, he lives in the forest. He doesn't come to the city very often. There's animals that live underground. They live in dark tunnels, or they don't see light or reality as we see it, or people live in caves underground, or under the water, or, so their mind is totally different than let's say mine, yours, average person living. So that affects what they do, what they say, how they feel, everything. Another example is, for a long time, I think the mile was very difficult to do, and nobody had did it. I think, now don't quote me on this, I think, but nobody ran a mile. And then today there are people who ran a mile, I think, in under 5 minutes or under 10 minutes. I don't know the times, and I don't know, they did that, and now several people have run the mile in, I'm gonna say, under 12 minutes, because I don't know the time. And they were saying that's impossible. They were saying, but you see how things progress and how things change. And my point is, their mind, their state of mind, the kind of state of mind they had, from you can't run a mile to you can't run a mile this fast, to now you can run a mile this fast. It has been done by several people. Only several people did that. So these states of minds are your environment, are your feelings, are what you watch, or where you go, what you see, how you sleep, what you believe, who you hang out with. And that's what's making you do and keeping you doing what you're doing. That's it in a nutshell, Your church, your job, your family, the air you breathe, the food you eat. That's you, your community. That's you. People have been so indoctrinated from their circumstances. Again, they can't comprehend anything different. Back in the days, I don't know, 1800s or something, people refused to ride in those cars. They refused to ride in cars. Those first cars that came out, they refused. I'll take my horse or I'll walk. They would not get in those car contractions. The mind. The indoctrination of the mind, of the environment, of the beliefs. So as the cars kept progressing, and you see them today. Now they will not have a life without a car. You know, the point I'm trying to teach you is your environment teaches you your hate. Your environment teaches you your poverty. Your circumstances of your life teaches you ignorance. And some people die that way. Some people never recover. They never know the truth. Knowledge is the truth. Your environment, your world teaches you limited, cheap knowledge. That's it. It teaches you limited, cheap, garbage knowledge. That's why people want to commit suicide. That's their indoctrination of their universe. Get knowledge, folks. Get wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Get information. Get peace, rest. Get dreams, get hope. I said, if you're not dreaming, you're sleeping. Every step you take is an opportunity to be great. In fact, every movement you make, every sound you make, every day you wake up is an opportunity for you to be great. Seek out the great knowledge to conquer, to win. Make your dreams come true, your families. Your job is loud car. Your job is to survive in this world and try to make it to the next world and help some people on the way, and to stay healthy, wise. This world doesn't feel the same. I think in this world we're more like property of this environment, and this environment doesn't care whether we make it or not. All it wants to do is, and I'm not talking about people, you can say people though, but this environment, the only thing it wants to do is to use us for its purpose. And what that is, excuse me, I don't know. I'm talking here now. But we got so many stupid people around the world. You know, the people you might live next door to or above to. Pure idiots. Their indoctrination is so low. You know, you give them some money and they think they're the greatest things in the world, or you give them a home. Their indoctrination is then they're bigger and better than everybody else. That's their indoctrination. That's their environment. That's the air they breathe, the food they eat. Life is bigger than that. Life is much greater than that. You know, but you have to seek the knowledge, and the knowledge hurts. It really hurts. But there is some knowledge that is so powerful, and it's not easy. It's not easy. People run around here, get a house, get a wife, have children, go to work every day, That's our indoctrination. And it's not that bad, but we're so much bigger than that. We're so much greater than that. You rarely hear them say start your own business and own your own company. They say get a job. You rarely hear them talking about powerful foods, spirituality, the truth, knowledge. But the people run across it. People somehow end up in this state, in this form. It happens. Which is my point, folks. If you want to really be a genius, if you want to really be a god, a lord, a king, a queen, and man, do we need you queens so bad. We need y'all to rise up. I did a video about this. We need you black queens. And you're doing a great job. We need you black queens. I'm talking about queens running empires. Without you, this earth is going to keep going to shit. But there are ways, folks. We have DNA inside our bloods, our bodies, even in the environment, that can activate such beauty, power inside of us. But we don't know nothing about it because we've been taught this low sugar shit. You know, this sugar shit, this poverty shit. Okay, my time is up, and I'm gonna say this before I go. For 7 days, I want each and every one of you, for 15 minutes a day, for 7 days, I'm freestyling, to take this personal time, wherever you're at, to walk around, look, listen, watch, see, hear, smell, taste, move, go, sit, stand in your environments. In your environments. No matter where you're at. And of course, always give thanks. Always give thanks. But the purpose of this is not to criticize your environment, but to change it and to excel. Go from a car to a train, from a train to a jet, from a jet to a like alien aircraft, you know. This is the point that I'm getting at. Because no matter what our environment, our world is, we got to be thankful. If we woke up, be thankful. But if you want to come from a one-room apartment to a 10-room mansion, this is a good start for you, for us, for them, for those, for anybody. Your 5 senses, supposedly, hear, see, smell, taste, feel. That's a good place to start. Look at each one of your 5 senses. Your eyes, what do you see? Your ears, what do you hear? Your nose, what do you smell? Your body, what do you feel? Your mouth, what do you taste? Your body, what do you touch? That's a good place to start. In other words, do you want to live off of $10,000 a year or $10 million a year? The indoctrination is meant to keep you in poverty, not for you to prosper. We are considered fish, we are considered cattle, we are considered ships. That's why only a few rise up above. And this is what I'm trying to get you to encourage you to do. Because there's so many answers right in front of us. They're lying to us about the holidays. They know what's going on with that, but they tell us to celebrate for a different reason. It's so much. It's so much. Get the knowledge. Get the knowledge. Get the knowledge. Get the knowledge, folks. Help one another. Help your community. It don't matter what the condition. Just help your community. Help each other, and then walk away. Get on. Help each other. Don't stop helping them. Stop helping those. So some people you're not supposed to spend a lot of time helping, while there's others you are. People need you, man, in your own community. In your own community. Well, folks, my time is up. God bless you. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend, come again. Stay safe, help each other. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, your mind is who you are, but it doesn't have to be who you become unless you make it so. Over and out.